what's up, everybody? Welcome us back, man. I know it's been a minute. It's been a long time, man. Happy New Year to everybody, too. But welcome to another episode of Bar, Drinks, and Entrees. It's season 4, episode 1. Matter of fact, besides just saying Bar, Drinks, and Entrees, it's going to be Bar, Drinks, and Entrees, the Virgin Daiquiri edition. You know what I'm saying? We got the youth on here today. These are some underage guests, so we're not drinking tonight. So this is, I don't know about Kenny. Kenny's a little bit of a lush, so I'm not worried about him, but, you know, he drink a little bit. Other than that, you know, we got our underage crew with us tonight, man. We giving back to the youth tonight. So, like I said, season 4, episode 1, Virgin Daiquiri edition. My name is James.
My name is Kenny, and we're here bringing casual conversations to life. We back. How was your week, James?
Oh, man.
Oh, first of all, before we start, Happy New Year. This is the first episode of the New Year. So we're going to say Happy New Year to all of our guests. We're going to say Happy New Year to all of our viewers as well.
Yeah, Happy New Year, everyone. And, you know, rest in peace to anybody who did not make it to 2022. We love you guys and rest easy. But like you said, my week was cool, man. Didn't do too, it's been busy, you know, just getting into the swing of things of the new year, you know. We back to telework because of, you know, COVID.
Right.
So a lot of telework, and then we had a little bit of snow, so I had to do some shoveling a little bit. But other than that, man, you know, not this week, but just the new year. I'm just talking about the new year since we ain't seen each other in a while, since we haven't had a show. But yeah, you know, just working. What about you?
Man, just same thing, man. Just adult vibes, man. Shoveling snow, you know, just working, and you know, I just celebrated my daughter's 10th birthday. So,
oh man,
you know,
happy birthday!
Yeah, Alea, she turned 10 on yesterday, the 20th. So I got a list of stuff to do with her for her this weekend, and I'll tell you about it on the next episode, man. But definitely, truly a blessing, man.
Yeah, man. That's what's up. I'm gonna give her a couple of dollars. I ain't gonna say it's gonna be a lot.
Yeah. Hey, if you tell her, she gonna hold you to it. She ain't gonna let you forget it. So
I know.
You gonna have to give that up, bro.
I know. So I'm gonna give her a couple of dollars.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Happy birthday to the birthday. Shout out to the birthday girl.
Yep.
All right, cool. As we said before, earlier when we started the show, man, we got the youth on tonight, man. So this episode is to the youth tonight, man. The Virgin Daiquiri, the underage crew. So we're gonna start. We gentlemen on the show, so we're gonna start by introducing the young ladies. We have 2 roommates on the show. I believe they both go to North Carolina A&T. Shout out to the HBCUs. HBCUs. So with that being said, I'll let them introduce yourself. We have Anaya and Gabby, but I'm gonna start with Gabby first.
My name is Gabby. I'm 19 and I'm a biology major at North Carolina A&T State University.
Okay. That's what's up. What you want to do with that biology major?
I'm probably going to go to physician's assistant school after my 4 years, and I want to do a specialty in pediatrics, so pediatric physician's assistant.
Okay, with the babies. Okay, with our babies. Okay. Naya, Anaya, she's going to introduce herself as Naya, y'all.
I'm Anaya, but I like to go by Naya, and I'm 18. I go to the illustrious North Carolina A&T University. I major in kinesiology, sports management, and I want to go to school to get my PhD because I like the way Dr. Anaya Deshae Petaway sounds.
Okay, I like that too.
One day. And yeah.
Moving on to Ray.
My name is Raymond Smith, but I go by Ray. I go to Charles Herbert Flowers High School, 17 years old, senior. I plan on going to University of Maryland Eastern Shore for baseball and majoring in environmental science. I plan on, hopefully doing good in college and eventually plan on being like a meteorologist.
Okay.
Yeah, that's really been my hopes.
You definitely picked the right school. I tell you that they specialize in that, man. As a former alum, though, so when you going to school at, you definitely got the right school for that. That's where a lot of the money going towards.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's dope. You're the first person I said heard want to be a meteorologist. So, that's something different. I think that's dope though.
Yeah.
And last but not least, the person that inspired this show tonight, Josiah.
Hi, my name is Josiah Harris. I'm 17. I'm a senior at St. Stephen's and St. Agnes School in Alexandria, Virginia. And ideally, I would be headed to Case Western Reserve University this fall in Ohio, majoring in biology. And ideally, I would like to do something with human anatomy. So bones, arteries, kind of looking at all that stuff. So I don't know specifically what what career yet, but somewhere in that area.
Okay, cool. Well, with that being said, man, we just going to jump right into our warm-up. We call it the happy hour, but we're not drinking on this show. You know what I'm saying, guys? Because we're gonna have parents watch, so we need to let them know that we're not drinking. You know what I'm saying? This is the warm-up.
Yeah.
Oh man. So with that being said, Kenny, what's the warm-up, Kenny?
All right, the warm up is, and we in this pandemic times, and definitely want to respect. I'm interested in hearing, because this is a new world, a world that I didn't grow up in. You didn't grow up in, James, and I just want to know how all of the young people are dealing with this COVID pandemic, and definitely want to know how is the COVID pandemic affect you in your school, as far as graduations, prom, just the typical senior year type of thing, and also in college as well, as far as being on campus and dealing with this pandemic. It's just so different from when we were in school. We never even thought something like this would even happen. So just wanted to pick y'all brains and see how y'all been coping with it, and just try to see through the lens of you guys' eyes on your experiences and what you've been through. And I guess we can start with Josiah first.
Well, COVID first started it was like the second half of my sophomore year was when it first hit. And obviously it kind of first started as the teacher told us we had our principal told us we had a week off for the next week. And then that week turned into a month, and then that month into more months. So it was kind of, I don't want to say depressing. It wasn't depressing, but kind of waking. I look for, I don't know if I'm an anomaly, but I look forward to going to school and seeing my friends. I kind of enjoy that. So waking up and then kind of just going on the computer and everybody's virtual, it kind of took away that in-person. Well, obviously it took away the in-person piece away, but just interacting with people and just seeing my friends. So that was a not so great part about it.
Gotcha. Naya, I'm coming to you, Naya.
I feel like with the pandemic, it made me really lazy and I lost a lot of motivation. So sometimes it's hard to stay focused, because I feel like sometimes I'm not back to how I was in high school. I feel like in high school I just was on it. I was doing everything. It's I'm finally at a point where it's I'm back to doing my homework, I'm not saying on time, but doing it earlier than needs to be done. Kind of getting back in the motion of going out and being just comfortable being out outside, because it's it's just all this sickness. It's scary sometimes, because it's you don't know if you're gonna get COVID or just sick, period. So it's a lot to worry about, but it's still you got to live your life. So
got you. Lazy. I wouldn't even thought about that. But that's really, yeah, I can see that, just not getting up and have to put on no clothes, just going right to a computer, like you said. Just I see that. Gabby, what about you, Gabby?
I think COVID-19 definitely took away the college experience. And like Anaya was saying, it kind of makes it scary, because it's I'm in college. Of course, I want to go party, but it's who at this party got COVID? And it's just it's scary, but it's I don't get the full experience. And then if I want to go to the basketball game, it's you got to have a test, or you got to have a vaccine, or all this stuff. And then it's we can't really have a lot of contact, but it's 40 of us sitting right next to each other in the classroom. So it's just not the full college experience, but I'm managing, so it just makes it a little harder.
Okay, right.
COVID really affected everything for me because, we'll have like a general routine, like going to school, practice, workouts. So that really changed up a lot of stuff. I had to find like alternatives. So like working out, I ended up finding like a buddy. We teamed up, eventually start working out every night after school and stuff. So I just try to stay consistent with that. Like although COVID really affected stuff. So.
Wow.
Yeah, man. I definitely feel for y'all, man, because it's definitely robbing y'all. Because we only live one time, and we, your parents got different experiences, and y'all going through something that this country never been through. So it's like it's something new to us. And like I said, my daughter was in second grade when the pandemic first hit. She about to go to the fifth after this school year.
For real?
Yeah, so it's different, man. It's different.
Jeez.
And like I said, she's about to go back for the first time because I'd like her to still be virtual. So she'll go back at the end of this month for the first time since she was in second grade.
Wow. So Naya, Gabby, I know you guys are in college. How did it affect you guys when y'all, I guess, did you guys get to have a prom or, what, like, did they cancel those things and stuff like that?
Well, I didn't, but
I would say we had a prom. We had a graduation. It was like outside the stadium. It was real nice. But graduation was the first time our whole class had like seen each other. So we hadn't seen each other all year. We had a graduation. So I mean, I guess it was worth it, but it was like didn't even recognize half of my class, people I've been going to school with since 8th grade. But it was nice. It was a nice experience. I'm glad that we got to have our prom and stuff still.
Okay, Gabby, y'all didn't get to have a prom? I mean, not yet. I didn't get to have a prom.
We didn't have a prom. We had graduation though. And graduation, it was good, but I just felt like you can't, like, it's not the same. Like, you don't get the same vibes. Like, gotcha. It's like you got your mask on and you don't really recognize people. People walking up to you like, oh my gosh, hey, you don't even know who it is. So I was glad we got to have it, but at the same time, it was just like, okay, like I got my diploma, on to the next thing.
Gotcha. Decide, Ray, are y'all having graduations this year or have they talked about it? Are y'all canceling it? Are y'all having proms? What are they doing for you guys?
You want to go first, or sorry?
Oh, you can go.
Yeah, we plan on graduating June 1st at I think it's Bowie State University. And, actually, this upcoming we having signing day February 2nd, so that's exciting.
Oh, okay.
For a while.
Gotcha.
And I think we're definitely planning on having prom too. So
cool.
Yeah, I know for a fact that we'll be having our graduation in June as well, but we'll probably be having prom too. But I'm not sure because we have like this other little dance that we do called like winter formal. So I'm assuming if we're having like that smaller thing, then we'll be having like the larger prom a little bit later. But yeah, hopefully.
But for you, Josiah, you said you were in Virginia, right?
Yeah, Alexandria, yeah.
So some of y'all rules are different than Maryland, correct? Because you go to Flowers, right, Ray?
Yeah.
Yeah, so probably I want to say we also have like a smaller school. We only have like 420 kids maybe at the whole school. But we have to like wear our mask indoors. Once we're outside, then we can take our masks off. And then, but they're kind of a little bit lax with it. I don't know.
Because of the governor, right?
Yeah.
The governor mandate.
Yeah, so they don't really, I mean, most of the teachers are like, pull your mask up if it's like below your nose, but a lot of kids don't really get called out for it, or they may even have it like fully like below their mouths and just be walking around. So, yeah.
And now, Gabby, are y'all experiencing anything being in North Carolina? Gabby, where are you from? Gabby, you from Maryland?
No, I'm from Detroit, Michigan.
Okay. Detroit. Okay, D-time. And Gabby, I'm assuming you from here, Maryland. I'm saying here like we are, but Maryland. So is it a mandate that's different from y'all states at y'all schools that you had to get it adjusted to?
For me, I feel like they're more lenient because I feel like some of the teachers, like, they get it, like, the mask is a lot sometimes. So they do allow you, like, in the classroom, sometimes they do allow you to pull your mask down if you need to just take a breather, because they like, it's a lot. You sitting there for 50 minutes, sometimes an hour and 15, sometimes 2 hours. So it's like, you do need that breather. But I feel like, I mean, to me, it's still kind of the same, because you still, for your safety, you should still have your mask on.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
I think it's like, of course, they want you to wear your mask and stuff inside, but in Michigan, a lot of people don't, and they don't really get called out for it. That's why Michigan, like where I stay, it's like high numbers of COVID right now. Well, since the pandemic, I couldn't tell you a time where it like slowed down, because people don't really wear their mask, and people still do whatever. Like when I went back home for Christmas break, we had a huge concert. Of course, nobody wear their mask or nothing, and everybody's in there. So it's like they really don't follow it in Michigan, but I still do, of course. But it's the same for me, because I'm a follower regardless. But a lot of people don't. A lot of people here is like wear their mask and stuff more.
yeah.
Okay. Ladies, and I want to ask y'all this question too, ladies, because you guys are in college. Do y'all feel is it weird, I guess, being on campus with people just not knowing? Because I know everybody, like when y'all in the dorms, like right now, you guys don't have your mask on because y'all roommates, y'all trust each other. But is it weird, like walking up and down the hallways, and because it's not like with them, like with Raymond side, they got teachers in the hallways telling them to pull their mask up and things of that nature, where y'all got more liberty and freedom to kind of roam, and the more autonomy to kind of move the way y'all want. How does that?
It's 8 o'clock.
All right.
Good. How does that feel? How does that how do y'all feel about that? Because is it any mandates in the dorms?
It is, but people don't follow them. Like, they just don't. Like, people will walk around, literally. We live in Suites F, and it's like 3 floors, and people just roam the halls all day, no mask on. Just be in the elevator, no mask on. Sometimes the limit in the elevator, it'll be like 8 people in the elevator going up and down. So then it's like, me personally, I'll wait. If it's somebody in the elevator, I'm gonna wait to get on, because I'm not getting on. I don't know where you've been at. I don't know who you've been with. So I'm gonna wait my turn till it's nobody on there. And I just feel like a lot of people, they don't wear their mask because I feel like they just feel comfortable. It's like, oh, well, I'm home. It's like, why do I have to put my mask on? Because I'm in my home environment, but you don't know who the next person you're walking past or who you talking to if they have COVID, because you can have COVID and not be sick. So it's like, for me, it's all the safety. Like, I try my best to wear my mask. Sometimes it do get a little hot, so I gotta pull it down a little bit. But I try my best to keep my mask on, because it's like, I don't know these people, and I don't know who they've been around, and I'm trying to stay safe for myself. So I gotta put myself first.
Gotcha. Right. And Sai, I will come to you because I know you play baseball. And Raymond, you said you play baseball as well, correct? Cool. So I'm gonna come to you first, Sai. How does that work with you guys? You know, being in that atmosphere, you know, y'all still had a season, but do y'all have to play in mask, or are y'all free to not, you know, to play it? Or as long as y'all playing, or as long as y'all on the field, y'all don't need to wear a mask and traveling. How is that going for you guys? Is that weird? Is it different? Like,
yeah, so last year for school, when it was towards the spring and we were starting out with baseball, we had to wear a mask on the field, but a lot of people wore like the gaiters, the things you can like pull over your head and kind of put your nose instead of like the regular like medical mask, because the gaiter is much more like comfortable and easy to play with. But now this year, I don't think we're gonna have to wear a mask outside, because they kind of changed that whole thing, because they just said once we get outside, then we can take it off. And then as far as like travel events, really, no, not really. Yeah, we didn't really have to wear a mask. I think maybe 1 or 2 local games for this league that we would play in, they required us to wear the mask on the sidelines, and we had to actually bring like lawn chairs, and we couldn't sit in the dugout, so we had to sit like on the field, like spread out. Yeah,
like 6 feet.
Yeah, like 6 feet. So we were literally like going down the whole like left or right side of the fence instead of being in the dugout. Wow. Yeah, that was pretty bad actually, because it took like forever to like walk out to the field from where we were. But yeah.
Right. How does that affect y'all? How did it affect you playing sports?
It affected us a lot. I think they didn't allow spectators to our high school games, so my parents were really mad. They were trying to figure out a way to get to my games and stuff.
And it's your senior year, so they didn't get to see none of your senior year?
Well, junior year.
Oh, junior. Wow. Still, they ain't see none of it.
But eventually, like, I'm trying to think. There would be like a hill or like a field, and they'll like stand out there from a distance, so they like come in contact with us. Then they'll try to enforce us wearing a mask on the field. But sometimes it was just hard to keep our mask up because we're running around the bases and gotta catch our breath and stuff like that. But for travel wise, I actually remember me and Josiah played for DC Dynasty, and we had to cancel one of our tournaments in Florida. Instead, we just like kept it like travel within the Mid Atlantic area. Okay. And I think the Northern Virginia we had to keep our mask on and trying to think.
Yeah, that was.
We had our own chairs and stuff, and so we couldn't sit inside the benches and stuff. Yeah, the dugout.
Yeah, yikes. How did it feel not just having your parents, just like playing with no spectators? Like, what did it feel like practice?
The atmosphere was definitely different because usually, it's loud and, it's very exciting, but, we had to create our own excitement and stuff. So it was much different. Actually, for the playoffs, though, they allowed the spectators, and it was a big difference between regular season and playoffs.
Okay, cool.
How about the recruiters? This is my last question. What about, like, the recruiters that come and look at high school prospects? Was they able to attend?
Yeah, that definitely, like, COVID killed all of that. So there weren't nearly as many like recruiters coming to tournaments or games. So really the main thing that a lot of players, including myself, you would have to actually go, like you would have to select like your top colleges or where you feel like you could play ball at, and you would go to their camps directly so that you would like be in front of the coach, because there was a lot less coaches coming around to see you, so you had to go see them.
Wow. So you kind of had to go, you had to just take a chance on the schools you wanted to go to and take a chance and hope that it works out for you.
Yes.
Wow. That's different. That's wild. You kind of had to almost like sell yourself by going door to door per se.
Yeah, you had to bet on yourself at that point. So you had to do your research, see what school was right for you, what the baseball program was looking like, and see if they had a camp and all out basically. Yeah.
That's crazy. Wow. I had it a little rough in school. I mean, we ain't experienced anything like that. I mean, like my college year, we did experience 9/11. That was the only real kind of major thing, It was crazy though, like just the anthrax thing. I don't even know if you guys remember anthrax or even know what anthrax was. Like, pretty much it was like this little powder that he said he was putting in mail. He was telling people not to mail and stuff like that. Like, just watching the airplanes run into the towers, like, live, that was crazy. Like, you know what I mean? So that's the only thing. But it didn't affect us like this global or this pandemic is doing. So, but it's I feel for you guys, man. I mean, I know it's kind of hard or rough. And that's kind of tough for y'all, because I know it's tough for us. When we have meetings virtually, I got ADD. I don't care what anybody say. I got adult ADD, so I be ready to get on the calls 30 minutes. So I can imagine what it's like trying to learn in school. How many times y'all was late to school? I know all y'all been late. I ain't gonna say that because your parents like, I see y'all trying to duck off and not say nothing. That's it. But moving on to the next question. Can you go ahead?
We ain't even going to go there.
Yeah, I see y'all trying.
We ain't even going to go there.
I know now again. I know y'all missed a lot of class, a lot of virtual class. But I ain't gonna say nothing though.
Yeah, we don't incriminate our guests.
We don't incriminate our guests. I ain't gonna say nothing. All right, cool.
Moving on. We normally typically do just making everybody comfortable with each other. So we'll play a game. And a game that me and James came up today is when we're going to talk about anybody in the sports field, music field, or any other field that you would think. Name your GOAT, your greatest of all time. Since everybody's in this GOAT age of naming. You got people named LeBron the GOAT, the old heads named Michael Jordan the GOAT.
When it comes to music, you got
when
Jay-Z,
it comes to music, yeah.
But then you
Drake.
might have Drake, Lil Baby, Kodak, Durkio, man,
Yeah.
like whoever y'all saying, the Pooh Shiesty, whoever y'all think about. But like, for the ladies, and I'm not trying to be chauvinistic, but you know, Beyonce, and then man, I don't know who y'all go would be from a young lady. Maybe her. She's dope. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So name y'all GOAT. I'm gonna start with Ray. Ray, name your sports GOAT, then your music GOAT. Quick fire.
Sports. It's hard to say, but I'm gonna say Matt Scherzer. He used to play for the Nats, so that's.
Oh yeah, I know Matt Scherzer. I'm gonna listen. We want to chat. We want to chip. I know Matt Scherzer, the pitcher. I know him. Oh, that's dope.
You know, but he's playing for the Mets now, so he's like a rival now. So that's tough. In the music industry, it's hard to say, but I'm gonna say like Polo G, because during like
I like
pandemic,
Polo.
That's a rapper I used to listen to all the time during the pandemic and COVID and before games. So that's like gave me motivation before games and stuff.
Okay, so I got you. Okay, Polo G and Matt Scherzer. All right, ladies, do y'all watch sports? Let me ask that first.
Yeah.
I don't. Not enough to know. Right.
Okay, so I'm just asking you your music guest, Gabby. But Naya, sports, who's your GOAT? Who's your GOAT? And then
my GOAT.
And who's your best music person?
I got you. So my GOAT for sports is Michael Jordan, because you know I love my Jordans. Like don't ask me nothing else. I love Michael Jordan because I love my Jordans, and he know what he's doing.
Okay. Okay.
For the music, I got a few GOATs. Like I can't just.
Okay, give me your top three. Top three.
Oh, that's what I need. So when I'm trying to get hype, Lil Durk.
That's my man.
He's good for me. And then when I'm like, I like Drake.
I knew you was gonna say it. I knew Drake was gonna happen.
He give me hype. He get me right. So it's like, it's good. And then I'm gonna say, I can't pick. So I'm gonna say between Summer and Janae, because they just, it's wonderful. Like I couldn't even put words. It's just they have masterpieces.
Nice.
Gabby, what about you, Gabby? Since you don't do sports, name me your top three musical artists or your GOATs.
Top three, Meg Thee Stallion.
Okay, I can go with that.
Trying to think of something. Okay, Lauryn Hill.
Wow, Lauryn Hill.
I was expecting that.
Right.
Because I like the new school like R&B, but the old school R&B is gonna do it for me every time. And then my last one, I would say Janae Aiko.
Okay. I like her. Yeah. She dope. Josiah, last but not least, man. I already know you put your forearms up to Drake, you know what I'm saying? You got the curly hair thing going on, so I see it. I see it, bro. You know what I'm saying? But who's your GOATs, man? First of all, who's your sport GOAT?
Sports, LeBron is the greatest player to ever do it. Statistically, not statistically, on the court, off the court, he's the greatest. And then for music, it's definitely Drake. Every time. I mean, it's just, there are 1,000 different reasons as to why, but yeah, he's just a GOAT. I mean, all his albums go #1. He has no bad songs, really. It's just, yeah.
Okay, cool. So now I'm gonna kind of flip it with the game before we move on, because you got some older people on there. I'm not gonna say no old heads, but you got some older people that's running the show, right? So who is your OG artist to go to? Josiah, your OG artist. I'm gonna come back around. Who's your OG?
I'm gonna put
like a legend, like your legend, your OG.
All right, he's not. I think he hasn't hit his 40s yet, but I'm gonna do Lil Wayne as like.
Okay.
I'm gonna consider him my older, because I think I got that really from Drake and him just have so many songs together, and then I started listening to him, and then just all his old stuff is crazy, really. So yeah.
Okay, that's your GOAT, OG. Okay, Raymond, what's your OG GOAT music? Like somebody you just feel OG, like a legend.
I gotta think about this one. I say Tupac, because he has a lot of inspiring music, and it's unique and stuff. So he's an artist I consider my OG.
Okay, that's what's up. You listen to Pac. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Gabby, I'm gonna come to you. Who's your OG artist? I know you said Lauryn Hill, but like See, and you said you like some old R&B. So who's your OG? If it's not, it could be Lauryn Hill, but I'm just asking, who's your OG artist that you go to?
I think it's Escape. I like Escape.
Okay.
Okay.
90s, okay. I hear 90s flow. Naya, who is your OG artist?
Oof. I'm gonna say Bobby Brown.
Wow.
Bobby.
Okay, because him by himself and then him with New Edition it's just wonderful. It's great.
Okay. Y'all know a little music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know a little music. I wouldn't expect it.
That's dope, Ray, man. Like you going to UMES, Pop Your Goat. You know, me and you got a lot of things in common, man. So
I wasn't expecting y'all to go that far back though. Like I was expecting y'all to say something like Lil Wayne, like that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Lil Wayne. Yeah, see, so I didn't expect you to go with a New Edition. I did not expect New Edition. I did not expect you to say Punk. I did not expect to say Escape. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, even though Lil Wayne, see, I grew up with Lil Wayne. Like, you know what I'm saying? Me and Lil Wayne were running neck and neck age-wise. So I grew up with it. You know what I mean? I mean, so I wasn't expecting y'all to say Escape and New Edition and Pop, man. That's dope, man. Those are some good names. Those are some good names, man. Those are some good names. Kenny, let's go on and get to these first questions, man. These questions you got for them.
We got the first question going. Is social media more of a help or hindrance? If so, in what ways? And as a follow-up, how do you protect yourself on social media? So we will start. Let's start with man. Nobody want me to call them first. I know. Gabby.
Okay, so you say is it more helpful or more of a hindrance?
Yeah, more help or more a hindrance, and if so, in what ways?
I feel like it can be very helpful. I feel like our generation misuses it a lot.
Okay.
Yes.
So it can become a hindrance because they don't use it correctly, because social media is a good way to network, make connections. And a lot of times our generation is using it to show off or spread negativity, different stuff like that. So
I'll chase.
I'm kind of in the middle, like, because it's kind of hard to say, because I would say I've made some good connections off social media, like first, especially like college wise, like getting to know new groups or different stuff that's happening, or different people I can get in contact with for different like advice and stuff about college. But I know some people, everybody don't use it like that. So it just depends, I think. And then what was the other half of the question?
How do you protect yourself on social media?
I think like once you see something negative, that's just the deal breaker for me, because I will unfollow and all of that, because that's not what it's for. So I think that's the best way I protect myself.
Stay away from that energy, some negative vibes, man.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Anaya, go with you. I'm just gonna go around.
I agree with Gabby. I feel like it's both. Like I feel like to me, social media is very helpful because I found in college, because I found people to do my hair, people to do nails, like people just to groom. Like I feel like it's a lot of stuff. Make friends, especially before coming to school. Like just getting off like just a post, trying to fill out somebody to see how they look. Maybe like go through their posts, see how they act a little bit to see if I could mesh with them. I do feel like it's unhelpful in ways because, like she said, it's very negative. Like sometimes people do stuff that they know they shouldn't do, but they're gonna do it anyways because that's them. And what was the last one again?
And what ways do you protect yourself? How do you protect yourself on social media?
I feel like me personally, I choose like what to post. Like I know what's right and what's wrong. So I make my own decisions. But like she said, with the negativity, once I see that you're blocked, like I don't want to see that no more. So it's done. And then it's like that too. Like once I see stuff like that, I just log off the app. And I just be like, yeah, give it a break. Because sometimes you never know what you're seeing. It could be too much for you. So it's like, just give yourself a break.
Emotionally, give you anxiety, things like that. Okay.
Yeah. So that's usually what I do to protect myself.
Protect your peace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Decide. What about you?
Right. Okay.
Oh, I definitely feel like it's more of a help because, well, yeah, it could be a hindrance as well, but I never really kind of let it get to the point where it's a hindrance. I really just use it to like post pictures or see maybe like what other baseball players are up to or who's headed to college, things like that, or who posts a new picture, just like relaxing things like that. But as far as like protecting myself, I just kind of make sure I never post things with like I wouldn't take a picture like this anyway, but like with my middle finger up, or if I were like sneaking around drinking, I would never post a picture of myself drinking. I don't know how like kids my age like do that with the possibility, especially if they have like a public page, like the cause that they're trying to like go to could like literally see that and say like, oh, you're not coming here, things like that, or just like the bad video, well, not like bad videos, like explicit videos, things like that.
Gotcha. Okay. Right.
I think it could be a hinder or a help. I just think it matters like what you surround yourself with. Because with me, like obviously me going to Flowers is like, you know, the crowd, some of the crowds are like bad. And like being in the class, you just naturally build up bonds and friendships, and eventually, you know, you follow each other on Instagram. So I've noticed that, and I just like evaluate it, and if it's like, you know, not a good audience or like friend group, you know, I will have to just unfollow or like redirect myself in a different route. But like just like for having two different profiles, like baseball, you know, I feel like that's like just an outlet. You know, I just, you know, go to the page and see different baseball posts and learn a couple things. And then me being at my main profile, I think that's just like see what my friends are up to, like new posts and stuff like that. And the way I protect myself is like Josiah said, I would never even think about posting something with my middle finger up or smoking or drinking or anything that can cause a conflict and stuff.
Gotcha.
Oh,
So right, let me ask you a question. I'm gonna circle back around when I ask a question about it. I just gotta follow up myself. Cause I working for where I work, I do it with the youth. And when I think about social media, it's like for me, like even on mine, I just, you know, more so post friends, family, you know, I'm a big sneaker fiend, sneakerhead. So post a lot of kicks, and you know, sometimes on my story I may post some joking stuff, and you know, of course I may post a drink because I'm above age, but influence and everything like that. How does it influence you guys? You know, growing up for myself and Kenny, you know, music videos, rappers, things like that, that still influence y'all too. But you know, do y'all follow like do it influence y'all to, you know, what y'all wear and you know how y'all move, what y'all say, how y'all act, you know, because we're like our era, we didn't have a lot of socialites. I guess that's what they call them, because social media has blew up people just being on social media. I mean, you know, just being on it. So how does that help you guys? And I see a lot of people like clout chasing just to get views or hits. So I just want to ask everybody. So I'm gonna come to you first, Ray, because you was the last one to talk. Like, do you allow that to influence you? Like, do you like get your style off Instagram or things like that, or you know, how does that work for y'all?
Oh, I think it's to like a certain extent, because I feel like sometimes I may take some stuff away from it, like style or like trends maybe, but like I would never let it influence my life, because like I have certain goals that I know I have to do certain things to get to it. And like being around certain friends like during baseball and like seeing them commit to certain colleges and stuff, it just like redirects me to like I let myself know that I got like things ahead in life and I can't like get caught up with that.
What about you, Josiah?
Yeah, so basically going off what Ray said, it kind of goes to a certain extent. Like I'll get like lingo or things from like a song that I heard or something like a rapper said, but I'll never like try to like model everything I do after what I saw in a music video or what I saw like somebody post, because I know like at the end of the day, like that's not my lifestyle. Not that it's a bad lifestyle, but that's not where I'm headed or what I'm trying to do. So at the end of the day, like I'm me, and I know I need to be true to me and do what I need to do to get where I'm trying to go. So.
Cool. Naya, what about you?
I agree with both of them. I just feel like for me, it's like I know what's right and what's wrong. But I feel like, especially like with us, me and Gabby, we watch a lot of TikToks. So we always just saying the TikToks, we be doing TikToks. But I feel like the ones we choose are more positive. Like it's never really nothing negative. So it's like we know what not to say and what not to do. So I just feel like as long as you know what's right and what's wrong, you good.
Cool. Gabby, last but not least.
I feel the same way. Like I know what's right and what's wrong. So I get to choose on how people on social media have an influence on me. But most of the people that I like look up to or whatever, like Megan Thee Stallion, like she just graduated college, or like Janae Aiko, she be on her healing journey, like stuff like that. I can follow the trend too, but different stuff, you know what's right, what's wrong. So
That's dope. One of the commonalities out of everybody's answer is self-control. You guys control what you view, you guys control what you post and what you're interested in. So definitely respectable answers that you guys gave.
Yeah. You know, it sounds like you guys are very grounded, and y'all have self-discipline. You know. So that's dope, man. It's dope, and just actually just you're not just out here like, thinking that everything you see on these social networks is true. That's pretty dope. It's good to hear that from our youth.
The next question, and I want y'all to be real as possible. I know your parents might see this and everything like that, but just be real, like with the answer. And what is one thing parents don't understand about your era or generation? It could be in dating, school, fashion, music, etc. Just name one thing that that you know for a fact your parents don't understand based upon different experiences and time and stuff like that. And we'll go with Josiah first.
This is a great question. Something that exposes a generational difference, I would say maybe dating would be my answer. Kind of like the style of how it was done before, maybe like early 2000s or in the 90s versus like now. I think now it's
I want you to give examples, right? And the reason why, because you have two young ladies on this podcast. I want to hear what, and I want to just see if they agree, but I want to see what you really gonna say first.
Go ahead,
I really go ahead. I want you to get deep in this. Yeah, I really want to hear what you're gonna say.
Okay, all right. I feel like
you do. Yeah, say what you feel. I want to hear.
Like, no, it's not even. No. I'm just saying. Like, I know a lot of things have been like kind of like lost in a way. Like, it's specifically like, oh, okay, this is a great example. Like opening the door, like opening like the car door for a woman. Mm-hmm. I know my dad taught me, but like I really could maybe name like a handful of my friends that I've talked to that like know that and understand that and like will do that. And a lot of other guys kind of like won't really, they're not like, they just don't see the purpose in like doing that for a girl, or like they don't feel like, even if that's like their girlfriend, they're not like, I don't know how to explain it.
I like how you sidestep in the question. Hold on. I like how you sidestep in the question, like how you sidestep that. Like you said, other guys. I'm talking about you. You said dating. So what's different?
All right.
Like, what do you do? Like, you know what I'm saying? What do you do? What's dating?
Okay. Oh yeah, that's a perfect example. Like, the impact of social media has on dating. So like sliding, or like not sliding, but going in a girl's DM.
Sliding DM. You can talk to slang, man. We know what it is. I mean, I'm not that old, bro.
So going in a girl's DMs, or like even before that, you would follow them. They follow you back. You like 2 or 3 of their pictures. They like 2 or 3 of your pictures back. And at that point, like you have to say something at that point because obviously they're messing with you. So I feel like that's something that wouldn't be understood by like an older generation. Just maybe.
So so what you're saying is the way y'all approach females through social media, slide her DM, and then y'all exchange numbers or exchange, or if you're out about y'all exchange social media tags or names, and then y'all follow each other, like pictures, and then that's how y'all start talking.
Yeah, so basically kind of like unless you already know the girl in person, if she goes to your school or you're like around her, if you like only know over social media, a lot of like the stuff you're doing before is like over social media or like talking to her on the phone, things like that, versus like being in person and having those conversations and things like that. A lot of it is like on social media beforehand. Unless
So do you open car doors and things like that?
Oh, absolutely. Come on now. Yes, absolutely.
I'm just asking.
Absolutely.
And before I go to the next person, because I want to ask the ladies this about the dating thing. If that's not gonna be it, I'm gonna wait. Go ahead. I want to see everybody answer first, so I'm gonna wait. Gabby, let me come to you. Gabby,
I got a few questions too.
Yeah, Gabby, let's go to you. Gabby, what is something that you believe your parents don't understand, or us as elder statesmen don't understand about your early generation?
Me personally, like, okay, my family, when I graduate college, I'm be a first generation student. So I feel like my family personally doesn't understand like the whole process. Like I'm really figuring everything out by myself. Or like my grades and stuff like that. Like my mom, she wanted me to have all A's my first semester of college. And it's like, I've been doing online school for almost 2 years. Like, you know, I was a good student in high school still, but it's just like, that's just not gonna happen. And a lot of stuff they just don't understand. Like my grandpa, he never went to college, and he was like pressuring me like, oh, you need to figure out what you want to do. You can't just go to college and not know what you want to do. And it's like, they got counselors for that. Like people don't even pick their major until like they junior year. So I just like, that's something that they don't understand, especially like since like nobody in my family really went to college and experienced it. So for me to like break those generational curses, I got to be the one to explain to them. I got to be the one to explain to them like, this is how it goes, and I can still thrive without, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then they think college is the only way to make a living, which is not. I chose to go to college, so that's my choice. That's something I wanted to do, but they was pressuring me like, oh, you gotta go to college, or you're not going to get a job, you're not gonna have nowhere to live. But that's not how it works. So just, you got to be strong-minded enough to explain that to them, because the older generation don't like change. So what they don't, they gonna think, oh, that's you disrespecting me because you telling me, but you never went to college. So it's like, I'm not disrespecting you, I'm just giving you some knowledge.
Trying to educate you.
They don't like that. So that's the biggest difference, I would say.
Hey, James, when we came up with this question, I never expected that answer. That's a dope answer, man. That's really a good answer.
Ray, what about you, Ray?
Yeah.
I'll piggyback off of what you saw. I said I feel like the signs of like a girl liking like a boy or something is like different. It's like, say for instance, like my parents would see like a girl like say they hit me or something, like, oh yeah, they have I think they have a crush on you or something. I'd be like, nah, that's not really how it works. Like, I feel like that happens a lot to everyone. So definitely I feel like they definitely come between like social media and stuff and how they actually like communicate with you and stuff. So
okay. So I can't see a girl and like, yeah, I think she got a crush on you. You don't believe it? You got to know because you
I get it though.
I'll eventually know for myself, like just like, you know, just seeing how they act around certain people compared to how they act around me and stuff.
Okay, cool. Naya, what's some parents just don't understand?
Okay, first I want to piggyback off of Gabby, because with the first generational college student, it's like a lot of pressure because it's like, it's on you. and it's like you're trying to prove a point. And sometimes it's hard because like in the back of my mind, it's like I just know like I want to get this. It's like me personally, I want to get to this because it's an end goal, but it's like sometimes it's a lot. But for me, I feel like it's music. Like, I mean, for my parents, like my dad, he's very open to like whatever I like rap music, everything, all that stuff. Like R&B, I can't really get him onto that, but rap music, he's down for whatever. He'll listen to a song, I'll be like, listen to this. He'll like it, and then he'll tell me like, I don't really like that because whatever. But my mom, I feel like sometimes like she's like sometimes she don't be giving stuff a chance. Like I feel like if she listen a little bit more, because like she don't like cussing, all that cussing. Like I said, make a song. Like it makes the song. When you listen to a clean version of a song, it's like, nah, this not gonna work. So I'd be like, you gotta listen to it. It's like all the cussing, it's gonna make sense in the end. Like it make the picture bigger. Like it's a bigger picture behind the cussing. Like you just gotta hear the song. But I feel like, I mean, they get it, but I feel like sometimes they could just be a little bit more open to stuff. It's like, I know the cussing be real a lot, but it's like, come on.
That thing with the cussing is how everybody talk every day.
Yeah, it's like everybody standard English, basically. Like everybody.
I definitely get the music scene. I get all y'all have great answers, man. The music scene, you know, my mother said the same thing. She was like, don't listen to that jungle music. I don't feel like hearing that jungle music. And then, you know, dating. I wouldn't date you. You think you too cool. This that I've heard that too. So, you know, and then the college thing. I was the first generation of me and my mom, you know, my mom and everything like that, mom, dad, sister. I'm older than my sister, our first generation. So I know that feeling too. But what I wanted to ask, because Josiah and Ray was talking about dating, and I know Kenny, you said you got a couple questions. Ladies, is that how y'all like to be approached?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
No.
That's it's not the same. That mama don't understand either, because she's like, oh well, why you don't go with him or like, no. I want to be courted properly.
So what's courted properly? Because Josiah and Ray, they said sliding in the DMs. Is that how y'all like to be approached, or y'all? I'm just trying to figure out, because
there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with it, but it's how
like,
you do it.
Yeah, and then it's like me personally, like if you're gonna approach me like in person. Like I know sometimes it's hard, but it's like me. I want you to approach me in person. Like
and
I don't do
our generation rely on that. So they'll see you out and they'll wait to DM you
and
or like,
oh my gosh, I see you. You look so cute. Why you ain't say that when you see me?
Thank you. No, thank you.
You should have said that when you see me. So
let me put a pin right there. So fellas, is social media somewhat of an aid just to give you that assurance that she may be interested in you or not? Because like when me and James came up, we couldn't DM nobody. We couldn't even text message nobody. So it's like the egg yolk is in our face if they ain't interested. So I'm just asking, like, is it more of an aid when you approach, you know, a young lady? As far as DM, text messages, just to get that assurance before you guys approach in person. And what is it that, if you do agree with me or do agree with that question, what is it that would make you prefer to go that route than actually approaching them in person?
Well, yeah, I would definitely say it's an 8. Only like if there's a girl that's going to like another school that may be like 30 minutes away from mine. So there's really like no way that, unless like I'm setting up like a date or something with her, that I'm never really gonna see her. To like start it off over social media, I feel like it's good. Because other than that, like there's really no way I'm gonna see her in person. But as far as like in school with the girls I see like day to day, I'm not gonna like go on like Instagram and like, well, I'll follow them, but I'm not gonna like their pictures and stuff and do stuff like that to like, I can like see them in person and like talk to them in person. So, but yeah, and then if it's a girl that goes to like a different school or something like that, after you follow them and they follow you back, and then the steps that you take after that, each step is more reassuring than the last. So it kind of builds like a base. But don't let that like solidify for you, because even after all that happens, you could still send a DM and they will not respond. So I don't know. It's really tough out here at the end of
They
the
leave. Hey, they leave you
I
on
call
red.
it tough.
Yeah.
They leave you on red.
Ooh.
That's never happened. That's never happened.
No. I'm not saying that.
I'm not
But I'm just saying, like other people, they got left like on red. And it just.
I mean, yeah, that's definitely happened. This is a whole. It's a whole world. It's a whole world.
Man.
So Ray, so is that like he said, is that an aid for you? Like, is that one of those situations where it's like it's confirmation? Let me DM her first to make sure she liked me before I approach her. Is that why you do it? Like that's what he's saying. Is that the same way for you? Or it's like, I don't mind, or you don't mind walking up to a young lady, hey, I think you're trying, whatever your line is, or whatever you say to them, like.
I feel like it depends, because like if I meet him like at a job, or not at a job, but like the mall or something, then I'll approach them like that instead of through DM. But eventually I will have to get to know your social media and like see if you like have mutuals and stuff like that, just to like make sure like if you're known or not.
Wow. So being known, does that?
No, but I'm just saying, like if they have mutuals, then maybe I can ask a friend about it, or like stuff like that.
Okay. I know
y'all could do y'all research before y'all.
I could probably ask more questions about it and stuff.
No, because I've had somebody, I had a youth tell me that they wouldn't talk to somebody that had too many followers.
That's like that is such a weird, it's such a weird thing. Like specifically like less than like 1,000 followers on Instagram or something like that. Like I've heard like makes like a guy more attractive, which I don't really get it, but yeah.
I don't want to get too deep with this because y'all are age with Gabby. Is that Gabby 9? That's true?
Less followers. I like it with less followers.
Yeah,
don't nobody know.
Don't nobody want no. I don't want no guy everybody wants.
Oh, I know him.
Yeah, like girl, no.
But
so social media plays a major role in y'all dating scene. Wow, that's
Hold on,
crazy.
go ahead. Decide. Do you have something to say?
No, like what's wrong? I mean, what's wrong? We can't have like friends. Like no, we can't know other people.
We're not saying that. Sometimes it's just too much.
You too in the mix.
Yeah,
too in the mix.
Like keep it low key. Like you're doing too much.
Yeah,
like
you too in the mix.
That's crazy.
It is something. If you following like 500 people and you got like 600 followers, okay, that's fine. But you following 3,000 people and you got no. Why you don't even know 3,000 people? Why are you following 3,000 people?
I could agree with that.
That's crazy that social media is a reason.
Or it's like you
might not this in these days and time, man.
It'd be that for me.
You said it'd be the what? The likes?
You got 1,000 followers, but you got 65 likes.
Oh, that's it.
No, you're listening. You're doing too much.
Wow.
Crazy. It's crazy. So music-wise, you said we don't give it a chance. I mean, the reason, like, I don't know who y'all gonna be when you grow up. Like, y'all don't have anybody like in y'all era that I can say like was a Whitney Houston. You know what I'm saying? Like, who would be y'all Whitney? Like, really?
Whitney.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
it's no other Whitney. You can't have another Whitney. Like Whitney.
I think they Whitney Houston is Drake.
Okay, that's a push. His Whitney Houston is Drake.
I think, like, to be honest, I think right now, to this day and age, I think like for y'all music, I think Beyonce, even though she's not even y'all era, but Beyonce would be y'all.
Give her. Yeah.
She would be y'all Whitney, like, you know what I'm saying? Or like not like she's y'all like y'all legend, y'all superstar, like y'all person, like this person's here, and then everybody else is like right in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess for y'all, Drake is for y'all up here, and then everybody else like down in here. That's crazy. That's the dating game. That's
yeah, man.
That's crazy. Like, I wouldn't have never thought that, social media really sets precedence on who y'all dating, how y'all dating, things like that. That's crazy. Also, I guess it is a help for y'all, and not more of a help than a hindrance.
Yeah, they're doing their research.
But speaking of music, man.
It's like a class.
Okay, I got you. But speaking of music though, man, me and Kenny, we good at we know the young people too. We in y'all world, man. Like, man, like my favorite rapper in y'all era right now, probably like Baby, Lil Baby, not the Baby, Lil Baby. I think he y'all GOAT right now. Like, he don't miss. Lil Baby don't miss.
I think Lil Baby and Lil Durk 1A and 1B to me for the youngest. Real. I like Durk. Like, I didn't even know they was gonna put out a joint album. When they did, like, that joint was something special.
Was the Voice of the Streets?
Yeah,
that thing is a banger. But that, like, Lil Baby don't, like, he hasn't missed yet.
Yeah.
I was feeling Roddy Ricch until he dropped his last album.
Yeah, man, it really let me down a little bit.
And I'm a big Moneybagg fan.
Oh, Moneybagg, yeah.
I'm a big Moneybagg fan. I'm a big Moneybagg fan. When it comes to the ladies, man, like, you know what? Somebody just put me on the girl. I guess her name like Mooney Long or something like that. Like, she's an artist.
Is that hours and hours?
Yeah. She got a nice little flow to it, man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm a big fan of I don't know how to say her name, Janae Aiko. I think that's how you say it.
Yes.
I like her. But yeah, that's my I fool with Dirk now. But like everybody else, I don't know how y'all listen to Pooh Shiesty. He cool, bro.
I'm a pass.
See, you sound like Ram, you like Pooh Shiesty too, don't you?
Lasted.
Yeah, Shiesty's nice.
Yeah, Shiesty's nice, man.
Ram, you like Pooh Shiesty?
I mean, he all right. That's not really my. I mean, I don't really listen to him like that.
Yeah, all right. I don't.
With Dirk.
Yeah, like I don't really. That's the only song I like that Johnny got with Dirk.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the only song I like. Other than that, I don't really. I don't know who y'all GOAT would be in music, but I mean, I guess you said Lil Wayne, so that's cool. It's still on them. But y'all GOAT will probably be like Wayne Drake. That would be our elder statement. But like I said, I think Lil Baby is there. He ain't missed. He hasn't missed.
Yeah.
Last question, man. Looking back, one of our last questions. Looking back on your experience, what do you prefer if you have been to private or public schools? And then do you think college is necessary? So because of the ladies, y'all already in college and everything like that, and Gabby, you alluded to it. I want to talk to you first. Do you have you been to private school or public school? Which one did you attend when you did?
I went to public school. Yeah,
do you know anybody? You went to public school? You know anybody that was in private school?
A few, but they went to like all boy Catholic school, so I don't know.
So you wouldn't have went to so you wouldn't have went to a public school?
No, I don't think so. But I went to public school, but I didn't go to school in my district, so it was a more reserved area. So
okay. So do you think that was better for you that you went that way?
Yes, most definitely.
And why is that?
The school in my area, I don't stay in a bad area, but it's kind of like people come from everywhere to go to that school, and it's like it's I don't even know how to explain it. It's just
I understand what you're saying.
I know a lot of people. I went to the middle school, and mom was like, "You cannot go to the high school just because it's a lot of people like animosity, and they be fighting and."
So you think you had a better educational experience at the school you went to?
Yeah, most definitely. Because it was to the point where like kids are so bad, the teachers is like, just do whatever you want for the hour. Like mom was like, you cannot go to that school. So yeah, I went to like in the suburbs.
Okay, and then do you think college is necessary?
No. Just because the day and age we live in, it's so much stuff you can do without college. Like you can go to trade school, you can start a business, it's so much stuff you can do without college. College, I think, would be more for a career. Like I want a career. Like anybody can work a job, like, but it just depends on your personal preference. Because some people, like when I used to work at Foot Locker, like the managers there, that's their career. So it's really what you make it, what you prefer, because that wouldn't be a career for me. but you know, to each his own. So but I don't think you don't have to go to college for that. So, but they still pretty successful, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't think it's necessary.
Cool. Josiah, what about you? Public or private school? Which one would you choose or think is better?
Well, I go to a private school now. In terms of like the social aspect, I know there are some good, like I know like Gonzaga or like DeMatha, if they have like a football game or something, it'll go like crazy because that's just how they are. But definitely more so leaning towards like public school for like social aspect, just because there are like so many more kids. Because I've kind of been with the same group of kids in my grade since 6th grade, and we maybe get like 5 or 6 new kids each year. So it's kind of you're just with the same people. But in terms of education, I would not have it any other way than definitely private school. I mean, it's just great. I mean, I like all my classes. It's like the right amount of like challenge in my classes. So
gotcha. How many kids do you how many kids do you how many students are average students in one particular class?
13 to 14 maybe. It's really small.
Wow, okay, cool. So if you could choose, would you go to public school or private? If you had to do it alone, would you go to public school or private school?
Private.
Gotcha. And then do you think college is necessary?
Based off, I'm gonna go off what Gabby said, that it's kind of based off what you want to do. But for me personally, I would say yes, because there are so many smart people that are kind of going into like the medical field or around that area, and I feel like you kind of need college. I don't feel like that's something you can kind of just wing and figure out.
Okay. Gotcha. So, yeah. Naya, what about you, Naya? Public school or private school? If you had a choice, where'd you go? Public school?
Public. I went to Wise. So going to Wise for me was like it was a big thing throughout like middle school, everything. It's like my main goal was like, I'm going to Wise, like I'm gonna just do everything. I went to Wise, I did honors classes, I played sports. I was just very involved. So it was a big thing for me. So I just felt like public school for me was just the best. Even through a pandemic, it still was like good. Like you even had like the challenging kids, but it was still like, as long as you got your head on straight, you could do what you got to do.
Right.
It's always public school for me.
Okay, public over private.
Yeah.
Cool. And how would you? Do you think college is necessary?
I do, and I don't. So I do feel, me personally, I do because of where I want to go in life. But I felt like if I had a plan, like if I was in high school and I was doing something and I was getting all this money, and it's like if I just had like, it wasn't more of a career, like just a passion, and I just like, I have to do this. I feel like you don't have to go to college. Like I feel like you should still like maybe take classes, but it's like if you're doing something, you're passionate about it, and you got the money to back you up, and you could live comfortably, I feel like you don't have to go. Like it's just
cool.
Your preference, what you want to do.
Cool. Ray, what about you, Ray? Public school or private school? I know you go to public school because you said you went to Flowers, yeah. What about you?
I say it's tough because with public school, I feel like for me, like certain classes will be just like a distraction because like the certain students. Mm-hmm. But like if you just focus and stuff, you can get it done. But the amount of students in the class is sometimes ridiculous. Like sometimes we'll have like 32 students, and then some students like to joke around and stuff, and you can't focus, and then you have to stop the class and stuff. So I think education-wise, I think private school would have been better, even though I've never been to one.
Okay.
Socially though, I think public school is best because you just get to make friendships, and it's a lot of mutuals. Like a lot of people usually in your area.
Gotcha. And then it's a lot more of a diverse group of people in school.
Yeah, and then sporting events are usually really fun. Gotcha. I'm pretty sure a private school too though, but yeah, that's my
So if you had a choice, would you choose private or public? If you can go back and do it all over.
That's tough. I don't know. It's tough because I feel like if I would have went private school, I probably would know, like more than I want to now, and it will help me in the direction I want to go.
Gotcha.
So maybe private. I'm not sure.
And do you think college is necessary?
I think it depends on like what you want to do in life. Like entrepreneur, I feel like they already have a plan to where they want to go to, and then I guess the rappers somehow they have a plan put together. But a backup plan for sure, I feel like college would definitely be like mandatory for that to get the education you need to succeed in life, or like somehow have a backup plan somewhere in life.
Okay, you think college would be your backup plan if you definitely so saying that you don't necessarily need it, but you would just make sure you keep it as a backup plan just in case.
Yeah, most definitely.
Got you. Coming down to the home stretch, man. Thank you guys so much. This is coming down to the home stretch. Y'all got some beautiful minds, beautiful spirits, man. I've been enjoying this so far. You know, we don't get a chance to talk to the youth like this, and I haven't had a chance to in a while since the pandemic, man, you know. So this is definitely refreshing for me. Kenny, you want to do the honors on the final question?
Yep. Final question, and it could be anybody, dead or alive. Who would you like to have an entree with? And this person will be somebody that you might admire, that you may, look up to and just want to pick their brain on how they got to where they got. And it can be somebody famous. It could be somebody, personally that meant so much to you that's still here or not here no longer with us. You guys get it? So I'll start with Raymond.
I think I'm gonna pick like a PG native, probably Kevin Durant, knowing that he came from the same area. We'll definitely like to ask him certain questions and stuff, knowing how successful he is in life now.
Okay, I think that's dope. Somebody from your hometown.
Yeah, Josiah.
So I was watching the Emmett Till documentary.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, so I was watching that. So probably
it came on yesterday, right?
Yeah, it came on, like the second part of it came on yesterday. Yeah. But I would definitely I would just want to talk to the lady that accused him of whistling at her. Cause I don't I would first just like for like what was like the reason, like she came out later, obviously like years later, and said that he didn't. So I mean, why would she just do that and what it led to? And then just seeing like after like how badly he was beat and just seeing his body after, how she could just, because they showed like pictures of them in like court, they were just like chilling, like smoking cigars. They were like with their kids, like laughing and joking, and just like knowing that, I mean, she obviously wasn't the only one a part of it, but she kind of was the culprit of it, because none of that would happen if she wasn't like, he whistled at me. So I don't know, just like how she could like see that and still like function. I don't know, but yeah.
Yeah, that's dope. I actually got a chance to go to the the African American Museum, and they have that. I don't know if everybody went, and it was actually inside that area. They had the casket, they had the way, man, it gave me chills. Like that gave me chills. Like it was crazy to be in that area. That's different, Joe. Like that's a good person. I would never thought of that. Yeah, that's different. But like to see that and I got chills even looking at the casket because they had a picture of him. They didn't have, of course, the real body, but they had a picture and they had his face. It was just crazy. And then they had the doctor and he was talking about it. And it was just like overwhelming.
Just think about it. You got grown men coming in the middle of the night looking for a young kid. You know what I'm saying? For doing something like that, or not even doing something like that, but thinking that they did something like that. It's a little kid.
It was just crazy, man. But that's okay. That was dope. I like both of those answers. KD definitely hometown. Somebody you can look up to. And then the young lady that accused Emmett Till of whistling at her. Cool.
Gabby.
I would say my grandmother. My great grandmother, she passed away in 2013. So I just want to see what she think about how it turned out, because you know she never really got to see or nothing like that. So
Okay, that's dope. That's dope. That's dope. Naya Boo.
Okay, for me, I'm gonna say my Uncle Aaron. He was on here, but I'm gonna say him because I feel like just what he do, like I kind of want to follow his footsteps, and I just want to know like more about it and how did he get to where he is. Like I kind of know, but it's like I see the things he do, and it's just like I'd be so proud, and it's like I want to be there one day. So it's like I just feel like doing that, it would just give me an eye opener and just kind of prepare me for what I want to do in my career.
All right, well, listen, you have the opportunity to do it.
Mhm.
Pick his
Yes.
brain, man. Pick his brain. Good dude, too, man. That's my guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when he was on the show, just me and him talk all the time. He's a good dude. That's my man. Grew up hooping. Like, you know what I'm saying? We started from hooping, and then our friendship grew from there. But, like, yeah, that's a good guy to pick brain, man. He always moving in the right direction. So you better do it now. Do it now.
Right.
Go ahead and stop picking his brain. That's dope.
Mhm.
That's dope, man. It's
Yeah,
dope, man. Well,
we always participate in this, and we'll be real quick because we know y'all got to go. But we always participate in answering this on the first episode of every season. But I think for the first time, me and James gonna collectively answer this question. And you know, who we want to have an entree with would be you guys and everyone in your generation. You see, we always say, me and James always say, man, if we could do it over again, either graduating high school or going into college, you know what I'm saying, I'll do things. I wish I could see through these lens, this 38-year-old lens, and operate and maneuver much better. And I always said, in order for us to do that, we can't do that for ourselves, but we can do that for the generation after us, which is you guys. And we can tell you guys our faults and what we did and what we feared and what we didn't. And like some of the jewels that I want to drop to you guys on this show is, like, number one of the things I will talk to you over this entree is self-care. You know, fellas, women, don't be afraid to go to the doctors. Check yourself out. Always stay on top of your health, because without your health, you can't get to any of your goals. You got to be here to actually do that. So take care of yourself first, physically. Take care of your mental. You know, always be, aware of where you at. Just get a baseline of yourself. And then the next thing I would say is really take fear out of your dictionary, your vocabulary. Don't fear. You in the world where you're trying to go to the next phase of your life. Don't let fear have you stuck in the mud or pivot you and going in another direction, and you're not really reaching a goal that you want to reach. Don't settle or none of that. Don't let fear cause you to settle and things like that. And then another thing is, when you're pursuing your goals, there's going to be a time when you're going to be uncomfortable. Like, an example for me is, I went to school for mass communications. I had a job in Chicago that all I had to do was apply for, because I knew the person that ran my internship. I was scared to leave. I was uncomfortable to leave home. I was scared. I feared. I wanted to be here close to my parents. But because I was uncomfortable and all that, I let that get the best of me. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of fell short of my goal of where I wanted to be. I wanted to be the Stephen A. Smith of this era. So, like, I wanted to go be a sports analyst. But I just wanted, just share those views with you. And, just remember those three things when you guys are pursuing the next phase of your life.
Yeah, same thing he said, man. Like he said, we wanted to answer just answer this question collectively, but the same thing he said, dropping the same Jews, like you said, gotta learn to be comfortable being uncomfortable. Once I realized I wasn't gonna hoop, I didn't really take hooping as serious as I should have, you know what I mean, being disciplined. I wanted to be a sports analyst too, but it was a lot to do with journalism and writing. And I didn't like writing. I didn't like doing a lot of reading and writing. So I just chose something else because it was the easier route. But if I would have stuck with my plan and did what I need to do, not saying that, this was my destiny or whatever have you, but we have choices. That's life is about choices. And I figure if I would have made a different choice, I'd be in a different place. Never stop learning. Never stop learning. never get comfortable with with the knowledge you've got. Never stop learning. I'm big on that now. I think you can learn something from anybody. There's a couple sayings I always live by, like a broke clock is right twice a day. So you can learn from anybody, whether it's good or bad. You know what I mean? Another thing I like to say, listen, man, be yourself, man. Definitely be yourself. And don't be scared to be yourself. If you like something but nobody else think it's cool, so what? If you like to, do this and art and museums and stuff like that, like I love art. I love going to museums and looking at art. You know what I mean? But at one time I didn't think that was cool. But I never know what it would have taken me. But if I wish that when you are, and of course you'll grow to be comfortable with who you are. But if you can do it at an earlier age, be yourself and be comfortable, it's being easy. And the reason why I say be yourself, man, because that's who people are going to fall in love with, the person that you are. You know what I mean? It's going to be hard to continue to keep up a facade. So just be who you are, because it's easy to be that person, because can't nobody be you better than you. You know what I'm saying? Just like I said, those are a couple of things, and it's funny that I learned that from a teenager, because that was one of her sayings she lived by. She said, be yourself because everybody else is taken. That was her line. So, just, follow y'all hearts, man. Keep pushing, keep grinding, and pay it forward. What I mean by that is, man, if you can help somebody else, do that. I think, coming up, it's people don't like to help the next person. They want to keep some of that stuff to themselves, man. Put somebody else in position. We all can win. I think if we all start learning how we all can win, I'm not telling you to tell all your stuff. I'm not telling you to give up. Give up everything that you work for somebody else. But somebody looking to strive and be great, and you got some knowledge, or you can put them in a position that can assist them, do that, man. Trust me, it'll go a long way. It'll go a long way. Trust me. So, man, man, I appreciate you guys tonight, man. It was y'all a good group of people, man. I had fun tonight. It's good tapping into the youth, man, because you guys are next up. Y'all at bat for Raymond and Josiah. I know y'all play baseball. Y'all at bat, man. For the ladies, y'all up next, man. Y'all are the new school. Y'all are the new future.
Yeah.
So, man.
I always tell every young person, get as much juice as you can from those that before, and then go on and change the world. Something that we fell short at doing. So I got that much confidence in you guys.
Yeah, man. Use that thing between your ears, man.
Yeah.
Use that thing between your ears, man.
Go on and wrap it up, James.
Yeah, man. Remember, man. Listen to, because God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth. Yep. So that being said, man, it's another episode down. This was a great episode, man. We got a chance to kick it with our youth, almost like a teen summit per se, like they used to have back in the day. Y'all don't know about that teen summit. They used to come on BET. Man, go look it up, man. Go look it up. But man, it's a good time, man. I enjoyed it. Another episode 4. Make sure y'all guys check us out. We're back. Follow us on YouTube at Bar Drinks follow our YouTube channel, Bar Drinks and Entrees. Follow us on Instagram at Bar Drinks and Entrees. We on all your platforms: Google, Apple, Spotify, all those good things. We're on all the platforms, streaming platforms. Man, make sure y'all tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Now, we appreciate y'all having y'all, man. And this will be out soon, so you can definitely show y'all peoples I was on the podcast, man. Like I said, we appreciate y'all. My name is James.
My name is Kenny.
See
y'all next time.
All right.